It's a great day to be a Coyote. Welcome, Coyote Nation, to another episode of Back to Pack Podcast, where we are going to be bringing you all of your favorite games, memories, and of course, discussion with our fellow Coyotes. As a disclaimer, we have no affiliation to the University of South Dakota. This is a podcast ran by fans for fans. The ideas and comments do not represent the university. Our opinions are our own. Be sure to find us on Twitter at BackToPackSD. With that being said, let's jump in.
Sorry.
He shows up late all the time, and we're going to start with a TikTok.
Yeah. What is this?
They just postpone it till I've thought about that at times. A Thursday night game, just postpone it till the till halftime, right? That's
there you go.
Pretty close. It's pretty darn close. It's got.
We're still gonna eat up your halftime.
We love having Matt Kogel in here. Appreciate him. You know what's funny? So during warm-ups, guys, at one of our recent home games, I had Mason warming up in front of me there, and he hollered back and said, "Hey, my dad loves your show. He's addicted to it." So I thought that was pretty funny.
Oh, that's good. I love that.
Yeah, fantastic stuff. And then Yote fan, hey, the OG man. Hello, fellow Yote fans. Welcome in. Appreciate you, Yote fan.
Absolutely. I'm ready. You know what? I'm ready to get this game going. I'm ready to kick some Panther butt.
Boys, yeah, I was just going to say, another week, another chance to talk football. More football on our horizon. This doesn't get old, does it?
In the words of Jay Elson, somebody's going to pay me today to talk about football, except for I'm not getting paid.
Exactly. just minus the pay part.
The pay part.
All right. We do it for love of the game.
That's right.
Love of the game.
That's right.
That's right.
FCS level for the love of the game.
That's right.
All right, jumping in here. Quick Alex's Lemonade Stand update. Jake, Grant, we are over 13,000. We had a nice donation come in with the Gestring family, actually, buying some beef raffle tickets.
Absolutely. Yeah, we're stacking up some tickets quick. So definitely going to start putting a bigger push on it on social media here for that. We've been doing it just mostly on the shows and communication, but you're going to see it step up real big here. So, and like I said, I still have some sitting in Venmo right now as well. So we're far from done.
So I bought one ticket. So what are my odds? How many are you sitting on right now? A bunch, or?
Mathematically speaking, we are at 61 tickets. So
okay,
1 in 61 odds.
All right, I'm about to buy some more at the last minute.
Hey, at the end of the day, it's just one ticket. You just
that's right. Only takes one. Only takes
one.
That's right. All right. Well, we're still leading this thing. The Bunny Boys put in some work this past week with the Hobo Day, so they've gained ground. They're at almost 8,000. So we've got some work to do to secure this thing, but we still have a nice lead.
They didn't raise just what we did on our own. We raised over $3,000 on our home.
I think they're sandbagging though. I think they've got some just like you've got some in the holster. I think they've got some going, but they haven't put it in yet.
I'm just saying we raised over 3,000 on our homecoming, and they couldn't do the same. It's a shame.
We'll see.
Mitch doesn't buy it.
I don't buy it. I think they're sitting on a pile, but they're going to wait till the last minute. But no, we're doing well. So appreciate Coyote Nation for being part of the fun.
Yeah, it's a blast. It's all good fun too. So.
All right. Remind the fine folks just real quick, grossfarms.com. Check out the beef raffle. Jake, take us through the details one more time.
Absolutely. Let's get you entered in to win one quarter of a full cow. I mean, it is a lot of meat. It blew my mind how much I had added to my freezer, and I did a third, so it's not far from there. But we will be running this. We started back on October 9th, going until November 3rd, doing a live drawing for it. There are 3 ways that you can enter. Donating directly to Alex's Lemonade Stand. Link is provided, and you will see that in plenty of tweets of ours as well. And then just direct message me or the Back to Pack on Twitter, whatever you want to prefer. But just send a screenshot of it showing that you did it, and I'll get you added on there. The other one that you can do as well is you can Venmo at the back or at backtopack_SD, or come find me at Tailgate. And you know, that's the best one because you get a jelly shout out on the way out too.
Yes, and this is a perfect comment by Dustin. Future Coyote here. I do need to re-up on some protein. Absolutely, man. Protein's where it's at.
We all talk about corn-fed linemen, but no, we want our linemen beef-fed.
That's right. How about corn-fed beef? Actually, you know what? Speaking of that, I think this beef is grass-fed and
Grass-fed.
corn-finished. I think is what they do at Groove's Farm. So they pack on the pounds right at the end.
Absolutely.
But no, good stuff. Good stuff. Oh,
And the last,
Yote fan thinks I'm a Debbie Downer.
oh, he always is.
Yeah, always Yote fan.
Remember, this
You've
is
been
the guy
here for
who's
2 years and you still haven't noticed.
This is the same guy with the perpetual 6 panic meter, so
Yeah,
it's on brand.
My panic meter for Alex's lemonade stand's about a 7.
So buy your raffle tickets to help Mitch and his anxiety level.
That's right.
Last reminder on it: 1 ticket is for $20, 3 for $50, and 10 for $100. So obviously the best deal is at that $100 range. But if you're like Mitch and you got your lucky one, go for the $20.
That's right. All right. Cool announcement this week, guys. Changing gears here a little bit, but
Absolutely.
it was Native American Day, this week, and so we would be remiss if we didn't mention this. So this is really cool. The thing that USD does as a university, just the way they embrace this and the cultural piece, the heritage piece, just the honoring of everything that goes into that, I think is really cool. And this has continued to grow, right? Like even just the last couple of years, I've paid closer attention to the things that they do on campus with this, like the Wasipi. It's really grown. And so I think that's really cool. So put up 2 posts here just from, South Dakota Coyotes, the athletics account, and then the university foundation page, but just some cool posts this week to kind of, commemorate and announce that. And then with that, guys, we had a really cool announcement from the football team, and that's what we're going to talk about. So, Jake, Grant, talk to me about this. What are your thoughts?
It's absolutely amazing what they did. The way they were able to work this in, working with the 7 council on the tribes of this to actually establish the stripe on there, and then to do coyote. It's really cool.
Yeah,
Grant, talk to me about the design because I want to know where you're at.
Yeah, that was I was just about to say that. So, one, I'm sure like we were debating before we got on here, right? The Shunka Manitou. That's what I'm going with. So that that of course means wilderness dog, which is Lakota for coyote, right? So that I love that in the script writing. Everybody's loving the script writing this year, so that seemed like a no-brainer. But the design itself is fantastic. I know you have pictures on the next slide, but I would encourage everybody, if you haven't already, go read like what put it together, like the symbolism, like the background that they did on it. I thought that was fantastic with the representation of the 7 council fires, the way they incorporated with the stripe on the helmet. I'm kind of a history guy, so anything that you can kind of tie back or like kind of tie in a way that has a good story behind it, I really love. So the design when I first saw it was really cool, but that story I think is even cooler of how we got there.
Yeah, so if you haven't already, please check out the article on goyotes.com because there is a ton of cool information in that article. And here it is, guys.
I mean, first and foremost, it's so clean. It's such a good, easy helmet. It's nothing too crazy on it. And so in itself, it looks amazing. And obviously, Coyote Nation absolutely loves it because the mini helmets sold out in what? Less than an hour,
dude.
Yeah, I mean,
those are going like hotcakes.
Exactly, and they're back and they're probably sold out again. But then just the meaning and the representation behind it, and how well USD has embraced the Native American history in South Dakota, no one can match it. And so it's really great to see how much work they're putting into that history.
Yeah, and the level of detail, right? So I threw on that previous slide, but Sadie Red Wing and team, everybody involved with this. I mean, just the amount of detail and like Grant said, the symbolism that goes into this is really, really cool. And you end up with a product, guys, just and from a helmet perspective, I mean, that is a good looking helmet.
Yeah. I was just going to say that to me, the script, like I said, I love the script writing in general, right? So that was, that feels like that was an easy one, but that helmet stripe is just that's the best part for me. That looks so good on the white helmet. And it looks really good. I'm sure you guys saw it on Twitter, but I don't know that I saw any negative feedback on this, and I saw it gain some pretty big national attention as well of people going, "Oh my gosh, this is cool." And the final the final note to know that it really is well done. I saw a lot of SDSU fans saying, "All right, this is awesome." Like, I don't like the team, but that's really awesome, right?
And
so
NDSU fans as well chimed in, and they all loved it.
Exactly. So, yeah, I'm excited to see these on display, but well done is an understatement on this one.
Yeah, and so one last thing I wanted to note, we have a player by the name of Kanan White, guys, on our team, and he is part of the Cherokee Nation, not associated with South Dakota, but nonetheless, I think he gets to wear a special patch or flag on his helmet or jersey, something like that. I think I saw this week, so I thought that was really cool too as part of this game.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, so quick geography lesson just for the fine folks here.
Hey, there you go.
We can't get away without checking this out. So you've got the Lakota, Nakota, Dakota. You mentioned that, Grant, and just quick visual representation there. Bottom left, you can see where the 9 tribes that are part of the 7 council fires that are located in South Dakota. So I thought that was pretty cool. Yeah, I remember taking some of this like Native American history in high school, right, in South Dakota, Grant, and this brought me back to those days. So I thought I would throw this up there on the screen.
Oh, that's fantastic. That was a great addition.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, no, this does a nice job of summing it up of the like I said, especially if you haven't read the article yet, go read it and kind of how it's incorporated. But this does a really nice job of mapping out that 7 council fires. So very cool.
Yeah, fantastic stuff. All right, Missouri Valley Conference standings update for us. We have inched up the list again here, boys. We are above Illinois State and Southern Illinois.
Nice.
So it's a lot better than the last time you pulled it up there. I think we were at the bottom after our one conference game, right? So, Jake,
that's right.
You like that, right?
That's right.
I mean, there's one way to make it look better, but it is what it is, and we're doing exactly what we need to do to change it. So,
absolutely.
There's always a back door.
Absolutely. And you've got, you look at the teams we have left, right? They're all middle to upper of this list. So it's going to be interesting as we go down the stretch. But getting to one last thing here, LJ, he's just getting more honors, right? As the weeks go, he just continues to get more recognition and more honors. So this week you had the Walter Camp game ball starter. I don't even know what that's from. Can't remember what I got to make this bigger so I can see it. Oh yeah, the gridiron1880.com. Never heard of that before, but nonetheless, another honor for LJ. And then, the USD account put out, obviously leading all rushers in the FCS and FBS, which we've already touched on that here on Monday. And we've had him on recently. So we are ahead of the curve, guys.
It's unbelievable what he's done. It's crazy to just kind of jump back to the beginning of the season, and everybody knew like he was gonna be really good. Like we had expectations for him this season. Him and teaming up with Charles Pierre Jr. Yep. We all kind of thought, okay, we're gonna have our 2,000-yard rushers again, very similar to last season. But then obviously with Charles going down and LJ stepping into the spotlight, he has blown the doors off of anybody's expectations except for maybe his own.
Right. And kudos to, he'd be the first one to say this, but kudos to the O-line, right? Like They've done a heck of a job, and tight ends, receivers, it's the whole unit, right? And just that mindset and attitude and execution in the run game has been phenomenal. And so I look for this to continue. Obviously, hopefully not 34 carries a week like we talked about Monday night, but we're going to keep feeding LJ as much as he can handle.
Absolutely. And we all know he's coming back to the Dome with over 1,000 yards rushing. It's just crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. And knowing he wasn't the starter for the first 2 games, right? That's even more mind-boggling.
I was going to say that there's so much to this that the national eye probably doesn't see. And like, again, I'm guilty of this too. Like these other names on this list, I'm vaguely familiar with, right? I don't know what their story is either, but I would venture to say that most people didn't understand that he was not the starter this year. Let alone, I think he had maybe 10 carries in the first 2 games. I mean, it was very, very limited work. So for him to be at the top of the country in both FCS and FBS, basically being 2 games behind every other ball carrier on the lists, it's wild. Goes well beyond how crazy these stats are for him. So
absolutely. The other one I have to kind of poke fun at here, guys, is we don't play him this year, but Youngstown State with Bo Brungard, the quarterback, at 727 yards.
The top
they feed. I mean, they let him run, guys, a ton, and so 727. That's pretty interesting for a quarterback.
No, that's fantastic. Like that is a lot of yards, and what they're probably at 6 games, so he's averaging over 100 yards a game.
Right.
So no, that's fantastic. But I'll also add this piece. I mean, we had a blast with him on the show. I've talked to him a few times just after games and here and there kind of thing. I couldn't think of a better representation for USD to be on this list too. He's such a great kid, so he's getting everything he deserved and more.
Yeah, great dude and infectious personality, right?
Absolutely.
All right, so we finally moved up in the rankings, at least in the stats perform poll.
And we all hated the game from last week.
Yeah, we moved up one spot to 22. And the combo guys, red, going a red out here against UNI's whiteout. We're actually going to play ball with the home team and their whiteout theme, unlike some other team that we played earlier this year.
Interesting. What a concept.
Yeah.
I'll refrain from what I put in our group message, but yeah.
So
no, don't.
Definitely don't.
Quick rating on this combo, guys. The all red.
Personally, I'm a huge fan of it. I'm gonna give it an 8.1. I love the all red.
Grant.
Ooh, I love an all red on D days. The chance to get to wear red on the road is even better. So the all red in general to me is like an 8, but if an all red on the road, it's an 11 for me. I love it.
Oh my gosh, that's gross. That is so gross. This is my least favorite combo that we have.
It's least favorite.
The black, white, black might be down there too, but this is one of the worst. Honestly, I just do not like the all red. It's too much red.
But and like Grant said, the piece that we get to wear it on somebody else's home field, it's fantastic. It does make me chuckle. Obviously, they get to do the whiteout, and we're nice to them, and we'll allow it, kind of thing. So.
Yeah, it's all good. You know what? If you and I went all yellow, we could have ketchup versus mustard.
God, that would be tough.
Look like an Iowa State practice.
All right, Matt's with you guys. 7.2. That's solid.
Mitch, what's your score?
Oh, my score is like a 4. I mean, it's down there. I give it a 4 only because it's got USD logos on it.
Got red and USD logos. And that's it.
Yep. Gross. All right, series history versus the Panthers. This one goes back a long ways. It goes back to 1899 in a 0-0 tie when we meet for the 54th time this weekend. They hold the series record 31-21-1 with a 15-6 advantage in the Unidome. Guys, we have not historically done well at the Unidome, and they've had good teams over the years. They're always a solid club, and but yeah, the Unidome has not been our friend. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, and this is a transition too for them. They're going from a legendary Hall of Fame coach in their mind to venereal disease. So it's definitely
the Steps' jokes are starting.
Yeah. But no, he had to sneak one in. Like it's just there. But it's just a transition time. So it'll be something fun to watch out for. And then actually, let's have a little trivia with the fans because you guys all know the answer. We've already had some fun with it in our Twitter group, but when was the last time USD wore all red away?
I have no idea. It has to have been a long time ago.
I have no idea either.
So actually, I remember this one, and it was in the Song Dogs group there that we're a part of, where the last time we wore all red on the road was at UNI in 2013.
Okay.
Yep.
2013.
And just a fun little side story for that one is I remember that was back when I was in college, and I would call Grandpa quite often to talk football with him on what he thought. And I called him on Friday. He goes, yeah, pretty cool that we get to wear red in Cedar Falls. I was like, what are you talking about? He goes, yep, had a little mishap with our white jerseys, and we're not able to wear them. He goes, it's a good thing anyways. We're 2-0 in those all red jerseys. Let's keep it rolling. And sure enough, we went into UNI. They were, if I remember correctly, number 12.
Okay.
And we won 38-35 in an overtime thriller. Kevin Earl absolutely annihilated UNI for like 375 yards and 5 touchdowns.
Nice. The last time I went to a game in Cedar Falls, it was 66-7 Panthers. We scored first. We scored first with a Ben Oberly touchdown reception, and then it was all downhill from there.
Shout out Ben.
Yep. Shout out Ben.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Goodness sakes. All right. Grant, were you the one that mentioned to me that the Unidome and the Dakota Dome were like similar builds or same build or something like that?
Yes, I believe so. Somebody may need to fact check me on this, but I believe that's the story that I had heard. So, Erica's grandpa Beanie Cooper was, instrumental in fundraising for the Dakota Dome back in the day. So, coach, AD, but he, from what I had heard from like his kids or my wife's aunt and uncle, talked about that basically they were going through this process and was on the phone with Northern Iowa all the time and being like, what did you guys do for this? How did you build the dome? To the point where I think after a while they pretty much just handed them the blueprint and said, hey, here you go. So just did a miniature version of it. But anybody who's gone there, I have not been there myself in person, believe it or not, after all these years, but I hear it looks exactly like the dome, just a little bit bigger.
No, it's very similar for sure, and even down to the mismatched color seats. If you guys can remember that in the Dakota Dome, so they are actually in a process of getting an upgrade or almost done with that upgrade. All purple seats, just like our all reds now, and supposedly really really nice over there at the Unidome, and the renovations that they've done is similar to what we've done at the Dakota Dome. So no, I thought that was pretty cool when you told me that.
Yep. So and yeah, I can add to it. Really, all that happened was we shrunk the schematics. That's really what it came down to.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it makes sense because, like I said, very similar feel.
What was the Unidome hold? 12,000?
Yes, something.
That sounds about right.
Yeah. So I was gonna say slightly bigger than us, but nothing crazy.
Nope.
All right, let's tee it up. Game 8, number 22, South Dakota Coyotes versus the Northern Iowa Panthers. They are 2-4, 0-2 in the Valley. This game is at 1:00 Central, Cedar Falls, the Unidome. Oh, there it is, right there, 12,500.
12,000. Oh, see,
there you go. Got it.
Mitch is always so prepared.
I just copy and paste stuff from the Go-Yod stuff. Those guys are prepared. ESPN Plus, guys, we have to suffer through yet another terrible ESPN Plus user experience here.
I mean, it is what it is. The benefit is we get to watch.
That's right. Okay.
And
we'll look at the positives.
Yeah, the even bigger benefit, if you really, really want to dive down into it, your TV has a mute button, and there's a Sync My Game.
Yes, plug that.
Get John Thayer, Gary Culver, and Jerry Palesci all synced up properly with the game. Can't beat it. Just saying.
Yep.
And if that doesn't work, Varsity Network app, and just hit pause and hit play. It probably will sync up close enough.
Yeah, so Sync My Game app, or you can just do the Varsity Network app and get the Coyotes on there. So just search South Dakota or South Dakota Coyotes. But obviously a dome, so whether at kickoff, Unidome, 72, and calm. All right, matchup preview. Take it away. Yes. I've got 3 guys up here. I got quarterback number 3, Matthew Scheckelman, wide receiver number 13, Tyson Kershaw, and linebacker number 6, Ryan Crandall, who is actually getting a little bit of looks from the NFL, by the way.
I mean, this is going to be a fun matchup just because it almost feels like strength versus strength, right? It feels like our defense has figured some stuff out and they're really on their way for it. And then, sorry, I'm also watching Dakota Dome. Coming in here.
Put it up on the screen. You can
throw it up there. Yeah, throw them up.
Yep, there it is. It's your twin sister that's just a little bigger.
There it is. For anybody following, this is the Dakota Dome Twitter account.
The Dakota Dome, yes.
We're hearing it live from Twitter. The Dakota Dome.
Yeah, must not be much going on tonight in the Dakota Dome. So join in the show.
I mean, wouldn't it just be a family reunion?
That's right.
If Dakota Dome traveled over there.
Perfect.
Sorry, that was too good. We
called a stepsis, if you will. Hey,
stepsis.
Come full circle, guys. That's it for tonight.
Yep. Wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
All right, take us through this, guys. Where I guess what do we need to do, or what are they going to try to do? Wherever you want to start.
I mean, really, it's going to be a grinder of a game, just as a whole. It comes down to Sorry.
Here we go.
The
Here
timing.
we go. It shows off the rails now.
Yeah, it's off the rails. But no, it really does come down to the strengths of the two teams between the defense. Both teams are going to try to grind it down. First one to establish the run game is probably going to be the winner in this one.
Yeah, and speaking of their run game, it's been abysmal. By the way, they've not been able to establish anything on the ground. I think they only have a couple rushing touchdowns on the year. They really live and die by their passing game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's really going to be a point of emphasis for both teams, and this is no surprise being two Missouri Valley teams that know each other super well. But both teams are going to want to try to establish the run game. I think we're going to have more success with it than they are.
Mm-hmm.
But to that point, their front seven is pretty darn good on defense. So
Yes.
I think that's a spot where they're going to, again, I think this is going to be the third week in a row. We talked about this a little bit offline before the show, but I think this is going to be the third week in a row where we see a defense that's going to load up and try to stop LJ and make sure that he can't get going. Because I think every team now understands if you let LJ get going, the game's not going to go in your favor most likely. So
Yep.
I think they're going to challenge us up front with that front seven, force us to do some passing. And we haven't seen it quite get into a rhythm really yet this year outside of maybe the Drake game. So this would be a really nice spot to do that. I think we're going to have plenty of opportunities off of play action and looks that we're going to get that hopefully Aiden can kind of get out of in the line of scrimmage. So would really like to see some of that happen. But with that being said, I think this is, to Jake's point, this is going to be a grinder. This is not, if you're a casual football fan, this is not the game you're going to flip on, because this is going to be a tough one to watch. I think it's going to be super low scoring.
Yes.
And it's really going to be, the guys are going to be banging against each other. It's going to be a grinder.
Absolutely. Now, the one thing, obviously, when it comes to facing USD's offense at this moment, if you aren't loading the box, you're not watching film or looking at our tweets because I mean, it really comes down to what LJ has done, and we've gotten comfortable with our ability to run the game and then have pass to manage the game. And so with it, I'll say this, like, LJ has more rushing yards on the season than you and I. Like, it's kind of crazy. So as long as we can get that going, I think we will feel pretty good about it. But it's going to be one of those games where that play action and having that right protection, because that's what we ran into, is when we've ran a boot or a play action and Aiden rolls out, he's always had a defender in his face. Like, it hasn't been easy, and this is why some of the passes have been short hopped or off target, just because he's been thrown off his back foot. As long as we can have a tight end chip rusher on the opposite side, watch for the play action to be successful.
Yeah, and so flipping guys to our defense, I put Roman Tillman up here. We talked about him Monday night and how, a big game from him's coming because it's been building for a while, and he continues to impress on the defensive side on that back end. He's going to be challenged, right? Because they're going to air it out. And so that secondary is going to be, because they do have several good receivers. They just haven't had, overall good play from the offense. Their offense has been actually terrible, but they do have some weapons. And so that secondary is going to be tested in this one. And so I put him on for tonight, and just thinking about that, it'd be nice for him to get that first interception. And then, just back to the line of scrimmage, right? For me on our offense, it depends which offense shows up. Is it the Indiana State offense from last Saturday, or is this, say, an offense against Drake or Murray State? That we've seen in the Dome, like which offense, because we've been inconsistent on that side of the ball. And so, just, last week not able to finish into touchdowns there. So for me, it's which offense shows up. And if the offense that we know shows up, then I think we run away with this one. But if it doesn't, it's going to be an absolute struggle. It's going to be very low scoring.
Yep, exactly. And I mean, it's something to watch for here, because I will say this, with their quarterback, Shuckleman, he's averaging an interception a game.
Yep.
At some point, somebody's going to get one. Obviously, first and foremost, I want Roman to get his first career one. But if it isn't him, it'd be really cool if we can keep Mikey up there in the top in the top spots for interceptions in the season.
Yeah, for sure. And Matt just gave us the stats there: 248 and 198 by their running backs. So
Yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
yeah, their run game, and I think that just stems from the O line. They've got some issues on that side of the ball, and just their offense, like I said, is pretty abysmal. I'll flip it to the next slide so you can see that their offense is rated 95th overall in FCS. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we've seen it
Go
too.
ahead,
We talked about it, but this is a team in northern Iowa that just has not been able to manufacture points in any way, shape, or form through pretty much the entirety of the season.
yep,
Um, and that's kind of something that we want to make sure that continues, right? But just going back, taking it back to their very first game of the year, they scored 38 against Butler. After that, points that they scored in the next 5 games: 7, 17, 9, 7, and 3. So we're talking breaking double digits one time in the last 5 games. So certainly don't want to be the team that they certainly get right on it. I don't think that's going to be the case. To Mitch, your point, they're going to take some shots, I think.
Yeah.
it's one
They,
thing.
ha- they
It's one
have.
thing that this
Go
year, if
ahead.
you look at our defense, like our defense has been pretty consistent. I think they're starting to get really dialed in on that side of the ball. We give up maybe one explosive a game,
Mhm.
and other you throw that away, and our defense has been really dialed in. We just need to get that offense, humming a little bit better. But yeah, I think that'll be huge in this game because I do think the secondary is going to be tested.
Absolutely. And we just need to be ready for that. I think it's gonna be fun. I'm ready for this game to be played out.
Yeah, for sure. Anything else that sticks out on here, guys, in terms of stats rankings?
Yeah.
You can,
I mean, the big one that stands out is just I want to touch on exactly what Grant said. Scoring offense by UNI, 13.5 points per game.
Yep.
They just have an inability to find the end zone more than, well, I mean, average speaking, they've only found the end zone once a game.
and that average is probably closer to about 10 points if you take out the Butler game, right?
Mhm.
Right.
The good news is I feel confident that 21 points probably is enough to get it done on Saturday for us.
Yep.
So if we can find similar success that we had in Murray State, even really you could even compare it to last week, have similar success that you
Absolutely.
had against Indiana State, but just finish 2
Mhm.
more of those drives, we'd be having a different conversation, I think, tonight. But
Yes.
um,
Very much so.
Mitch, you brought it up, and I'm sure you probably heard it as well. I'll credit John Gaskins on this stat, but back to explosive plays, he pulled a stat earlier this week for coach and said that since 2019, under Johansson as a DC/head coach, we are 23-1 when we have 3 or less explosive plays allowed. So that is the one. Again, back to the explosives, that would kind of jive with what you're talking about. Maybe we give up 1, maybe 2 a game, but for the most part, we've been pretty darn good on that.
Yeah, it seems
That's
like
on
we
that
got
side of
one ball
things.
going over our head a game, it seems like, on that back end. And so, I just think that if we, because our front seven is solid, our rushing defense is, where's it at on here? There it is, 51st. And that's
Yep.
even a little bit skewed, but our rushing defense has been really good. And so, and if their rushing offense is that bad, like we're going to own the line of scrimmage, they're going to have to pass the ball. And so I would just say that's kind of the risk, right? With some sneaky good receivers. And so just making sure that we're not getting beat over the top.
Yeah, and I think one last comment I'll make before we move on it, but we talked about this before the show as well. I think one thing to keep an eye out if you're watching the game is that, and we've heard this from Coach a couple of weeks in a row now, is that he said this team gave us a look that we weren't necessarily prepared for or weren't expecting. Um, and I think there's a chance we're going to see that again with you and I. I think we've played two, 2 previous weeks we played 2 bad teams that really have nothing to lose. So I think they're trying to just kind of throw something at the wall and hope it sticks. I
Yep.
think you and I is going to do something similar, but it's going to start with them doing exactly what Indiana State did last week. It's, put 8 guys in the box and say force us to throw it and just not let LJ get going. But I do think we might see some quirkiness from you and I, right, in some
Yep.
way, shape, or form or fashion, just to get some sort of momentum. So as long as we don't fall into that trap, of letting our guard down, let up a weird trick play, or falling into a scheme that we haven't seen before, weren't ready for, I think we'll be in really good shape.
Yeah, and
Absolutely.
there's familiarity too with the coaching staffs, right? Because you had this entire coaching staff come over from Drake, And so there's a lot of similarities. Now, I don't know if they're running the same offense per se, but just in general, the coaching staff, so you kind of know where their minds are at. And then the defense, I think, is the Drake defense. So there's definitely some things that we can capitalize on there. All right. Anything else on stats, guys?
No, I think I'm good.
You're good? All right. Let's flip it to lines here for entertainment purposes only. Sagarin, however you say that. UNI 186, USD 139. So, this is a better ranked team than the last couple of weeks. So, fully expect this one to be a little more competitive, especially with them being at home. The Reddit FCS line, Yotes -5.5. FanDuel line, Yotes -12.5. And Massey has a 27-17 Yotes victory, so Yotes -10.
Yeah, I think it's spot on. I got a little concerned when Haley tweeted out saying we were 22.5 point favorites. That seemed a little steep just on the road and trying to sort some stuff out. But yeah, the 12.5 I think lines up perfectly. I even said when we were talking back and forth and you guys were confused by it, I was like, yeah, give me Yotes 13. Is kind of where I feel good at.
Right.
So, man, maybe I should work at FanDuel a little bit, huh?
There you go. We've got fans putting score predictions in the chat already, so they're ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, let's jump to that page.
Pick segment sponsored by the Carney family, the best sports fans any team could wish for. We greatly appreciate them. Their donation has kept the lights on for us here as we approach the final stretch of the season. So
absolutely
appreciate that. Picking up the tab. Picks. That's jumping in the Carney family. The Carney I pegged him. What's today? Thursday. I pegged him on Tuesday at this, and he thought this was going to be an ugly meat grinder game with quote Will the Thrill winning the game for the Yotes. So 17-14 Yotes.
I don't think my heart could take that kind of game. So
yeah, let's not do that.
Definitely.
But a win's a win. All right.
I'll grab some from the chat first before we jump in.
Go for it.
Because you can't miss out on the Dakota Dome coming in and putting in their own prediction on this. So
and detailed too. Look at this.
Absolutely. We got some details here for you, everyone. The Dakota Dome believes it's going to be low scoring, taken into halftime as a one possession game, and then blowing the roof off the place, turning it into a 34-10 big win. So I like it.
That would be nice. I like that.
Yeah. Hey, making some in-game adjustments on the offensive side, that would be good.
I'd just love to see some swagger on the passing game. Full on swagger.
Yes, take a few more deep shots. We've got the athletes to do it, right? Especially with Fenner. You've got, Tennell that can outrun guys, and you've got Jack underneath that's super consistent and catching the ball like crazy, sticky hands. So just open it up a little bit more. I would appreciate that too.
We'll keep that comment off the screen there, Dakota Dome, but yes, we all agree.
Doesn't like the see-through top, huh?
Personally, natural light's not bad, but
all right. You got any other scores here to throw in?
Yeah, we actually got quite a few here. So
we got quite a few. You got to scroll up a little bit and make sure we grab them all.
Yeah, we actually had to scroll for these. So
let's go, Ray.
Jumping in 35-10, very similar. Actually, almost spot on. Did you have a halftime score to add to that as well, Ray, just so we can compare here? All right, and then we're gonna keep rolling through. We got YoFan jumping in at 24-13, having some fun there. Mr. Kogel himself, 38-7. I like your style. And,
confident.
And I feel in the same way, YoFan. I like Matt's style on this. Then we're still going. I think a lot of fans are liking this 35-34 scoring area for us to 10. You got to keep them right there. One touchdown a game is what they're averaging with a few extra points on top of it.
Well, you told them on Monday that we do close game blowout. So we had the close game. Now we can do the blowout.
Absolutely. Learn to win ugly on the road. Learn to win ugly in the dome. Blow off the roof. You have some fun with it. Really blow up the score. So, yeah. Blowing it off would be doing the boys a favor on the roof. Sarah jumping in, your seat buddy here, 33-9. So
that's good. That's good.
I'll be honest, I forgot what I said for a score prediction. I feel like I'm close to this as well. But you asked so long ago, I forgot. So
the numbers have he's gone through all of them. He's like, oh wait, now I forgot my own pick.
Yep, I forgot my own pick. And then Ray with one more
halftime.
Oh, 21 to halftime. Okay.
Halftime.
I was like, Ray, you put in the score already.
21-0 at halftime would be beautiful.
Absolutely. That would
make for a great Saturday.
I think everybody would feel pretty confident about where we're at if 21-0 at halftime. So
yeah, these are all stress-free scores. I'm going to give you a little stress.
Well, the Carnegies really stress us out, so I don't think you can stress us out as much as that.
I am not much different. I'm going 23-17, low-scoring meat grinder. I think it's a game all the way to the end.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Right. Well, Mitch, you think yours a low-scoring meat grinder? Wait till you see mine. Go ahead,
Lord.
Go ahead.
Our
battered coyote, battered coyote syndrome alert right here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I'm saying, yeah, when I said it's going to be, like I said, if you're a casual fan or you're not a fan of the Yotes or Missouri Valley football, you might want to find something else to watch. I think it's going to be brutal. I think it's going to be 17-10, although I will say it's going to feel like we're in control of the game the entire game. We're just never going to quite break out of it, if that makes sense. Similar to Indiana State.
Indiana State all over again?
Yes, I think we've got another Indiana State game, and I'll say it till I'm blue in the face, but any road win in the Valley is a good one. So red in the face, sorry.
Hey, Ray doesn't like it, but I tell you what, with his son's defense, man, 10 points is 10 points. Like, you can't be mad at that.
Mm-hmm. Pretend I didn't see that, Grant, from you, fan. And we did actually get one more prediction. We got Mama Kogel getting in on the score prediction as well, 28-9. Everybody's really liking that 9-10 range. So
Yep. I give them, I like that too, because thinking about Grant's score, but I gave them one more because they're at home. They get the whiteout juice going, so give them one more.
All right, let's go ahead and surprise everyone, including me. Okay, no, right where I thought. I thought 27, so good. I thought I was at 27-10, but yeah, 27-17. Now I'm a little disappointed in myself on that scoring defense, so I apologize, Coyote Nation. But yeah, I feel like everybody's very close on the defensive side of things, where we're going to be at, and ranging anywhere from 38 to 17. Is that the lowest I think we've seen?
Yeah, I think so.
21-point swing right there.
Yep. It's like I said earlier, it depends on which Coyote offense shows up, because we know their run defense is good, right? So I don't think we were going to be running free like we did against Northern Colorado for 300 yards. It's not going to happen. We're going to have to connect on some shots down the field in the passing game, just like they will as well.
Hey, that 300 yards came in our ugly win. So just saying.
It did.
I was going to say, Mitch, to your point, I still have confidence that we can connect on these explosive plays. We talked about that earlier in the week. We have the athletes.
For sure.
We have the guys to do it. So to turn that, like in my score prediction, to turn that 17 into 31, it really doesn't take much, right? I mean, we're talking about two explosive plays that changes that quickly. So
yeah, and if they're going to put 8 or 9 guys in the box, you got one-on-one on the outside, let it rip. I mean, good Lord, throw the jump ball to Fenner. He's going to go up and get it. I have the utmost confidence. We've seen him do it several times. I'd like to see it more.
Absolutely. I think the thing that I want to see the most is when that box is loaded and you get press coverage on the outside. I want a 3-step drop and put faith in your receiver.
Yeah, where's the slants? Where's the posts? Where's the
I'm talking
just the go? Yeah, where's the go route?
Where's
the go route? Just anything. We just haven't seen a ton of that this year.
Let them work under it if they get the inside opportunity on it, but go route on those press coverage. It's going to be there. Everybody's picked them apart. The last 2 games, I mean, it was UND and SDSU, so some top quality opponents that they've had to face. But they've picked them apart and let off the gas going into halftime. So,
and if Coach Morrison needs any offensive help, we've all played Madden and NCAA for years. So,
I won't embarrass myself by saying I have a play. I have a perfect play.
But he does have a play.
But I do have a play.
That's right. Oh, here you go. Dump it to the tight ends. I agree. Tight ends have been underutilized this year too, a little bit, but we're too busy handing off to LJ because he's had so much success. But I think in this game, I don't think he's going to have quite as much because their run defense is solid.
And I mean, definitely trust Matt on this. He has absolutely no affiliation to the tight end room. So this is obviously top quality coaching.
Let's go.
I would love to see Whitty, Holmes, and Miller really get going, get 3 catches each kind of range would be really good. And I think it could help alleviate some pressure inside the box.
Yep, absolutely. No bias.
Absolutely. All right. You guys got anything else?
Nope.
I'm ready
I'm
to watch
good.
the film.
I'm ready for Saturday. I can't wait.
Yeah.
It's another game, and
Yeah.
and then hey, then the road show's done, right? And we're back
For
home
a
for
long
3.
time.
So let's go take care of business on the road, and then
I
we
would-
get to come home for 3 nice long weeks.
I was just going to say that, Mitch. To my one final comment is that we have this 3-game homestand coming up that we're all excited about, but to make that 3-game homestand meaningful, we have to take care of business on Saturday. So
Yep.
this game is critical. We've talked about it on past shows that the playoffs started for us 2 weeks ago in all formats for the most part. So this is a big game, right? Like we can't underplay that. This is a really big game. Road wins are hard to get. So I think as long as they're focused, ready to go, they should be. And then you guys have heard me say it multiple times. Let's just get this win, and then boy, oh boy, 3 home games in a row for the Yotes. Love that spot.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I want to echo that entirely. And honestly, to the football team, if anybody watches or follows along with us, just go out and get this win this weekend, and we'll take care of you once you get to the Dome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Like Malcolm X said, by any means possible, just get it done.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Well, I think you need to flip to that last slide, Mitch.
All right, let's bounce out of here.
Perfect. Hey, everybody have a great night. Let's go Yotes.
Go Yotes.
Go Yotes.